100 questions about writing in 5 minutes or less. Let's get to it. Question 13. What time of day do you usually write? So there are two ways to look at this question. The first one is just take it as a straightforward question. So to answer it for me personally, I write whenever I can. There's no particular time. Some days I sit down and it's a writing day. It's not a work day because I work part-time and I write part-time. I start work Monday to Friday at 9 o'clock, whether I'm doing my day job or writing. And I just get on. I work as much as I can during that day. I take regular breaks. I have a lunch break and I finish at 5 o'clock. But if I want to do some in the evenings, I might do a little bit like that. I tend to work better in the mornings or very, very late at night. I don't know why that is, but some days I'll sit down and at 9 o'clock, everything's just working. I've had a good night's sleep and everything's flowing. And some days just grind the words out and nothing's happening and I slowly push forward on a book. Other times I sit down at 10 o'clock at night and I do 2 great hours of writing. It really does depend. Then there's the other way to look at this question. Some people are just looking for that silver bullet when it comes to writing a book. They want to know how you can do it faster, easier, better, and there must be the right kind of combination of certain things to get it right. If I do this many words a day, or I write at this time, or I write with this kind of music, that will make sure the book comes out great. And there's no such formula. It's only what works for you. As I've talked about, some people write in the mornings, some people write in the evenings, some people write on their phones on the way to work, some people write at 4 o'clock in the morning before the kids get up and everybody's busy and, off to work and dealing with the kids. And it's really just how you can fit it in around your life and everything else that's going on. So there is no right answer. There is no formula that will make you write more successfully, faster, better, or anything like that. The only way to do it is to keep writing, keep writing, keep writing. And I know that's a boring answer, and I know that's an answer that some people just find really annoying. There are lots of other things that can help you with your book and how well you can write that book. And there's 100 of the questions I've got on here and lots of other videos, so look at those too, for things like writing your first draft and world building. But time of day doesn't come into it. You know the rhythms of your own body. You know the rhythms of your own life. What's happening day to day with your family and your job. And sometimes I just finish a day's work and I think, right, I should do a little bit of writing, and I just don't feel up to it. I'm just tired because it's been a busy day at work and I've just haven't got the brain power to dedicate it to that day. So I don't do it. I don't kind of force myself on. But then again, I've always hit my deadlines. And having a deadline does motivate me, but there again, it may not work for you. So if you're just working on your first book and you think, right, if I set a deadline, that will keep me moving, it might work, but then again, it might begin to feel like a really heavy rock on your back. Like if you don't hit your own target for the week or the month, then you just feel like you're falling further and further behind. So just try and find your own path through all of the advice on the internet about writing, mine and everybody else's including. Be wary of any rules and be wary of what it says. You must do this particular way with regards to any kind of writing advice. It all comes down to discipline over motivation. Waiting for the muse, waiting for the right time in your head to write is a waste of time, and it isn't the right way to approach it. If you have half an hour and you're thinking, right, everyone's busy, I've got free space, I've got the head space, and you can write for those half an hour, those 30 minutes, do it. Get on and do it. And then if you don't get to write for another 2 weeks and you get a whole 2 hours, great, sit down and write in those 2 hours if you've got the free time. But waiting, thinking, oh, I'm waiting for that really solid idea, or, I'm not really sure about this. Get on and work on it, work on it, work on it, work on it. It's not quite the fact that you've got a block of granite and you're chipping it away and creating something, but a first draft can feel a little bit like that. But you have to get to the end of it. So it's always discipline over motivation to finish a book. It's not dependent on time of day.